We've been reporting on this case all week. An Austin police officer facing 2 years in prison for deadly conduct in a shooting from 2019. Christopher Taylor's sentencing comes at a time of major change, though, for the city's entire police department, with a new chief at the helm and a new police contract. You may remember at the end of October, City Council approved a long-awaited, somewhat heavily contested agreement with the police union.
So joining us this morning is to give us some perspective on policing here in our area is Robert Clark, Executive Director of the Central Texas Public Safety Commission. Robert, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
No, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
We want to start with that contract. Even though it was approved about 2 months ago,
Sure.
This did increase pay for officers here in Austin. So what impact do you think that will have on the force moving forward?
Well, I would share with you, after 39 years in the policing business, it'll provide tremendous impact because it will stabilize the resources for the women and men who are on the force now. It will also provide an attractive package for those who are seeking careers in law enforcement, not only in the Austin region, in the state of Texas, but outside the state of Texas, who want to come and serve for a very progressive police department.
A lot of people sitting at home may wonder, okay, how does this contract, this agreement between the police union and the city really affect me?
Sure.
Talk about what changes or what impacts people at home may see, out in the city.
Well, first and foremost, it'll provide the new Chief of Police, Lisa Davis, with the stability in the department to now be able to focus on those direct concerns for our residents and the issues that they have, and be able to focus resources and her efforts and her leadership towards those efforts so that our residents can see real-time results resulting from the police contract, because now she doesn't have to focus on what kind of resources can I provide for my officers.
Yeah, that gives one bit of uncertainty off the table, at least
It does.
for now. Another big sticking point during the negotiations with this contract was about transparency and
Sure.
the so-called G files, which are unsubstantiated reports of misconduct against officers. What's your stance about potentially making that public for the community to access those?
Well, we are certainly in an era where we have to provide optimum level of transparency around what police are doing, and certainly when there are marks that are missed, mistakes that are made, being able to provide the public with the transparency into the process. And this is what the contract is going to provide. If you read the language, it indicates that this level of oversight for our police department now is the highest in the state. So it is very progressive in terms of oversight and transparency with the public.
When we talk about transparency and accountability, we know there's been really a lot of eyes on the courts and the prosecution of officers involved in deadly shootings or
Sure.
misconduct. We mentioned the Christopher Taylor case and the sentencing from yesterday. Can you give us a reaction to that sentencing, and also just talk about the state of accountability in policing in general as we move forward?
So certainly, as we see the contract, the verdict, we at the Central Texas Public Safety Commission are very disappointed in the verdict and sentencing an officer who acted within the scope of his employment. This is what the internal investigation provided. And clearly there was another process that took place for a second time in the prosecutor's office, aggressively seeking those charges against Officer Taylor, and ultimately it resulted in the verdict yesterday in his sentencing of 2 years. So we remain certainly disappointed in that process, because we believe that our police officers who are acting in accordance with their training, certainly with policy and procedure, deserve the equitable protection of the laws of this state, of this city, and of the profession, to be protected in the course of their business and the course of their work, where they are acting in a way that is in alignment with their training and policy and procedure and the law.
Yeah, we should point out the prosecutors are saying and argued that it didn't have to get to that point. That's just a part of their argument for that. So we just wanted to add that perspective too. But
Sure.
Robert Clark, we appreciate you joining us and sharing your perspective on this, and we hope to continue these conversations in the future.
No, I absolutely appreciate the opportunity to be here with you to share the great stories that our women and men in public safety are performing every single day.
Yeah, thank you so much again for being with us.
Thank you.
And we will be right back after this.